Welcoming our special speakers this evening, Governor J.B. Pritzker and Senator Sammy Douglas. We're here this afternoon to celebrate a strange but wonderful 2022 primary election season since our last fundraiser, and also to gear up for two more important elections, the 2022 general election in November and the 2023 municipal election this coming April. Let's start with the celebrating. We're here to celebrate our field team and our voters who made an amazing performance in the 2022 primary election. Our petition team absolutely nailed it. Over the course of the petition season, in the dead of winter, in the middle of a pandemic, we gathered approximately 9,700 signatures for 35 plus races on 23 different petitions to support candidates up and down the ballot. And our performance was recognized by campaigns across the county and the state, who called me saying, "How did you crack the code? What was the trick to circulating petitions in the middle of a pandemic?" I told them the answer was a little bit of technology, plus the very best field team in the state of Illinois. Our rockstar petitions included 40 plus petition circulators who went out into the field, 25 plus petition guides, including high school students, who led hundreds of event guests through the entire petition packet, signing every single eligible petition. 9 tax hustlers who helped turn out not just our steady, loyal volunteers, but a whole new crop of Northfield Township voters who came out for the first time to sign petitions. 7 notaries, and together, this team allowed us to reach approximately 750 Northfield Township voters who typically sign 15 petitions apiece. Way to go, petition team. Not to be outdone, the election day field team also surpassed all expectations. Northfield Township was the only township award out of all 80 in Cook County to win for 100% each and every one of the county slated Democratic candidates on the ballot. Our fabulous field team went out and they educated our voters to drive that outstanding performance. The team that we relied upon included 12 yard sign pickup and drop off crew members, 6 snack deliverers, 24 yard sign bundlers, 83 election day sample ballot passers, 142 shifts of early voting sample ballot passers, 104,750 text messages sent and received by our team of 15 hustlers that went out to over 11,000 phone numbers, for a grand total of approximately 17,000 sample ballots distributed. While I can't say enough about my amazing field team, I do need us to pivot to those next elections. We are gearing up for both 2022 general and 2023 municipals. For the general election, in the program on your table, you will see that there are QR codes. These are the QR codes to sign up to be an early voting sample ballot passer. Yes, you can sign up today. We have shifts at Northbrook and Glenview Village Hall. Please sign up for your first shift today. And to play on an old Cook County Chicago Democrats phrase, please pass sample ballots early and often. Our candidates for statewide office, state legislature, and county board are all facing Republican opponents in the general. We need your support to win. The opposition this time are not your father's Democrat or Republicans. This is a different breed of candidate we're running against with a different agenda for the state of Illinois that is completely incompatible with our vision of what it means to be Illinois residents, to be open, inclusive, and welcoming. I need you to get out, and I need you to fight. I need you to fight to re-elect JB as governor, to re-elect Senator Sammy Douglas, to send Congressperson Schneider and Schakowsky back to Washington, D.C., and to take the sentimental step of replacing our retiring Secretary of State, Jesse White, with our new Secretary of State, Alexi Janubius. For the municipal elections, we are coming off an absolutely humongous win. Northfield Township Supervisor Shiva Mosenzada successfully defeated a 20-year Republican incumbent for that office, sweeping all 7 races. We used mail, sample ballots, and passing teams not just to win those 7 partisan races, but to amplify the endorsements of local labor organizations, community groups, and nonprofits for the village board, park board, library board, and school boards. With our help, candidates who were both personally and politically diverse and who were featured in our materials prevailed in every single race on last time's municipal ballot. Now comes the next steps and the important part. In April, there are only nonpartisan races on the ballot, and yet we need to be as fired up as ever to repeat that performance. Now more than ever, municipal boards, and we need to focus on this, school boards, are under attack. If we want to be sure that our local boards remain open and inclusive, that they support free speech and expression, and that they lift up every resident and every student, all of our young people in our communities, it is absolutely critical that we run for local office and put a massive field operation behind our neighbors who step up to serve. I'm counting on you to do all of that. And I know all of this work will be possible and successful because of the generosity of our prior fundraisers here and the one today this afternoon. I want to personally thank our sponsors who have made this event a success already. First, my fellow Platinum sponsors, Jonathan Carroll, Elaine Neckritz and Neckritz Andor Consulting, Mike and Nancy Kreloff, Vincent Pace, Daniel Shack and Mara Silvershack, Michelle Valucanis and Mark Tisdall, and Tehal Bakaria. I'd also like to thank our gold sponsors, Lou Apostle, Scott Britton, Laura and Michael Fine, Jennifer Gong Gershowitz and Michael Gershowitz, Bob Morgan, Julie Morrison, Brad Schneider, and Jan Schakowsky. And finally, our silver sponsors today, Susan Brown, Unica Brown, Kim Dubuclay, Alexandra Eidenberg, Susan and Noel Elfont, John Fallon, Patricia Talisa Flynn, Dan Fry, Sandra Froome, Orrin Jacobson and Dr. Betsy Giblin, Fritz Kagi, Dave and Kate Katz, also my parents, Michelle and Stephen Kohler, Sanjeev and Beverly Kumar, Shiva Mosanzada and Edward West, Alita Nally, Scott and Jenna Ottenheimer, Dan Pogrzowski, Christian Sorensen, Kate Spears, Marianne Spropoulos, Scott and Rachel Zinberg, and Vincent Wilk. I can't thank all of you enough. It's also my honor to recognize the elected officials and 2022 candidates who are here with us today. For statewide office, I've highlighted already, but we'll give another nod to Governor J.B. Pritzker, former treasurer, and our next Secretary of State, Alexi Janulius, our full congressional delegation, Senator Tammy Duckworth, Congressperson Brad Schneider, and Congressperson Jan Schakowsky. And with us today from the Springfield team, State Senator Laura Fine, State Representative Jonathan Carroll, State Representative Jennifer Gong Gershowitz, State Representative Bob Morgan, Senate President Don Harmon, Senator and State Central Committeewoman Melinda Bush, and retired State Representative and Committee Person Emeritus Elaine Neckritz. We're also proud and pleased to welcome our county elected officials, Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle, Assessor Fritz Kagi, Clerk Karen Yarborough, Water Reclamation District Commissioner Mariana Spropoulos, Board of Review Commissioner and State Central Committeeman Mike Cabanargi, Cook County Commissioner for the 14th District Scott Britton, and our Cook County Public Administrator Lou Apostle. We're also pleased to have county-wide candidates with us here today, including the current Madison Village Clerk and MWRD candidate Unica Brown, Crest Hill Village Trustee and MWRD candidate Patricia Teresa Flynn, Board of Review Commissioner candidate Samantha Steele. There are judges here, so many judges here, and that makes me pleased and proud as both a lawyer and a committee person. But in particular, it warms my heart to welcome Supreme Court Justice Mary J. Tice, as well as Appellate Court Justices Jesse Reyes and Matt DeLorde, and Judges Patricia Fallon, Frank Andreu, Rosanna Fernandez, Lindsay Jones, Renee Jackson, and James Shapiro. There are also a couple other judges that I want to give a special shout out to because they are actually on the ballot to be elected judges this cycle, so I want to highlight them. Their vote is especially important this cycle. Those candidates are Presiding Judge Rena Marie Van Tine, Appellate Judge Sanjay Taylor, and Michael Weir. To go back to the municipal theme that is dear to my heart, we have Township elected officials today, 5 of our Super 7. Supervisor Shiva Mosinzada, Assessor Alita Nally, Clerk Karen Fiegler, and Trustees Vincent Pace and Daniel Schack. The school board. From my own school board, my board vice president, Michelle Kohler, as well as retired board member Bruce Elborn, 27 board member Matt Basinger, 28 board member Matt Cassidy, retired District 30 board member, my mom, Kate Katz. High school board. This is the big one, guys. This is the one we got to keep our eye on. Michelle Segan and Mara Silvershat from the 28 school board. Our political teams here today. I want to recognize 10th Dems and Lake County Democrats Chair and retired State Representative Lauren Beth Gash, State Central Committee people Tom Lard and Carol Ronan, Democratic Party of Evanston President Rachel Ruttenberg, and Team New Trier is here today, past President Judy Mandel, and new President Patrick Hanley. Within my own organization, there are a few other people who really deserve a shout out for making this amazing event come together. Our committee person emeritus, Mike Freelock, our volunteer director, Catherine Caparuso, our webmaster, Kathy Wilson, our voter registration director, Megan Kavarkis, our script writer, who helped put these beautiful words together, Jen Valperta, and the multi-talented communications director and volunteer director, who you met on the way in the door, Jan Inspector Bishop. I gotta say, team, I couldn't do it without any of you. You are amazing. Thank you for being here today. It's now my pleasure to welcome to the podium the person without whom I would not be here today, who sponsored me for I Will and told me to join the executive committee of the party and lifts up women like this every day, State Senator Laura Fine.